Warning signs I look for is seclusion, sadness, maybe just not talking or coming home saying that I don't have any friends. To me, that's a big clue. If you're going to school and, you should have some type of friends.
She's a no biter. So it's like if she's going into something that I know is just not, kind of making her nervous, she'll start biting her nails. That is the first thing I know from her.
She gets like real fidgety. Sometimes she will do this thing where she's like holding her breath and her face will get like red. And she'll get like really like clammy or like antsy.
Hi, I'm Georgia, mother of 3 boys and someone like you who's looking to raise amazing, empowered kids. Let's talk about a word that might make us moms anxious. You guessed it. That word is anxiety. Anxiety is something we hear everywhere these days, on social media and reports from the U.S. Surgeon General, and even in movies like Inside Out 2 that focus on it. It's easy to get confused about what anxiety really is and when it becomes something more serious. How do you know if your child is dealing with anxiety or just going through a rough patch? Let's break it down with 6 key things you need to know about childhood anxiety. Let's start by defining anxiety. Anxiety is your body's natural reaction to stress and a feeling of fear or apprehension about what's to come. We've all been nervous before a job interview or first date. That's normal. Kids are no different, except things like tests and dance recitals tend to be their stress triggers. But anxiety takes those feelings a step further. Whereas stress is a feeling we have in response to a present challenge, anxiety is a state of constant worry about what might happen. For example, instead of being nervous about the upcoming soccer game, your child might think, what if I miss the ball? What if everyone laughs? What if I let the team down? That's when normal nerves might shift into anxiety. So what's the difference between normal anxiety and a disorder? Anxiety itself is a normal response to stress, but an anxiety disorder is different. It's a mental health condition that usually doesn't go away without medical intervention. If your child's anxiety worsens over time or starts interfering with daily life, like refusing to go to school, avoiding friends, or constantly needing reassurance, it may be time to talk to a professional, such as a therapist. The key? Pay attention to whether their anxiety persists and affects how they function. For people with an anxiety disorder, the anxiety does not go away and can get worse over time. If you suspect your child has an anxiety disorder, ask yourself if it impacts their day-to-day functioning. Are they irritable every day? Do they have excessive fears or worries that go beyond what you think are typical? Also realize that anxiety doesn't just live in their minds. It often shows up physically. If your child is struggling to concentrate in class, feels tired during the day, or complains of stomach aches and headaches, an anxiety disorder could be the culprit. More severe cases might include refusing to participate in social events or even being unable to separate from you. If your child seems stuck in constant fear or worry, it's important to take action. Ever heard of GAD or GAD? I hadn't either. GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, is one of the most common mental health challenges kids face. It's often summarized this way. Children with GAD worry excessively about grades, friendships, family issues, and even things like world events. They may also seek approval, constant approval, or reassurance from others. If your child worries about things that seem minor or struggles to control their worry, this might be something to explore further with a professional. Someone such as a psychologist can also tell you if your child may have another type of anxiety disorder, like social anxiety disorder, panic disorder, or separation anxiety disorder. Here's some good news. Not all anxiety is harmful. In fact, anxiety is designed to protect us from danger and can even be helpful in small doses. For example, feeling anxious before a piano recital might motivate your child to practice harder. Or being cautious at a new summer camp can help them get the lay of the land so they feel more confident. And according to one psychologist, Anxious people tend to be careful and cautious, which often leads to greater conscientiousness. The key is to help your child recognize when anxiety is serving a purpose and when it's not. Again, on the positive side, both mild anxiety and anxiety disorders are treatable. For kids with mild anxiety, simple coping strategies like exercise, reading, coloring, spending time outside, listening to music, eating better, or talking about their feelings can work wonders. For more persistent anxiety, treatments like talk therapy or even short-term medication can make a big difference. Experts agree that early intervention is key to helping kids manage their anxiety long-term. One neuroscientist says that anxiety disorders are one of the most treatable mental health problems and that many kids will grow out of these conditions. Just make sure to listen to your child and get them the help they need. As parents, we can't eliminate anxiety, but we can help our kids manage it. To learn more about how you can help your kids overcome anxiety, visit the links in the video's description.